Want to see how easy it is to sew the top that I am wearing? Come, let me show you how easy it is. Hi, welcome to the Creative Nest. I'm Catherine. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, welcome. I hope you like what you see and you subscribe for more. In today's video, I will share with you how to draft this top. If that is something that you are interested in, then keep on watching. This is the fabric that I'm going to use for my peplum top, and I had this fabric for so many years and I've never used it because it's so see-through. I don't know if you could see me. It's so see-through, and so I have been putting it off, stretching it. I thought about making some pants with them, like some hippie pants with them, but like I said, it's so thin. To use it today, I'm going to show you how easy it is to make a peplum top. I would draft directly on the fabric, but where it's so slippery, I'm just going to create a pattern for it and then use the pattern to create the peplum top. Alright, so as always, you're going to create your starting line. And all of the materials that I'll be using today will be listed in the description of the video. And it's the same usual suspects. I'm going to draft the top portion of the peplum top. First measurement that I'm going to take will be my shoulder measurement, and my shoulder is 15 inches, so 15 divided by 2 is 7.5. so I'm going to put that right here, and then I'm going to come down that same 7.5, and this is just to allow us to get a straight line. That's it. So I'm just going to draw a straight line. Why can't I talk today? The neck width that I'm going to use is 3 inches. And the neck depth will be, let's go with 1.5. 1.5. And this is for the back. Now for the front, the neck depth would be, let's go with 4 inches. And I'm just going to create a box for both of them, and then I'm going to use my curve ruler and connect the lines. So that's the back and this is the front. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is, your shoulders are not straight, they are slanted. So you're going to come down 1 inch for your shoulder slant, and then you are going to connect that line back into your shoulder line. Okay, the next measurement that I'm going to take will be my armhole depth, and my armhole depth is 8 inches. I'm going to take the halfway point, which is 4 inches, and I'm going to come in by a 1/2 inch because the front of your top comes in a little bit deeper than the back. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is take my chest measurement, and all you have to do is divide your bust into 4, and that is, for me, 40 divided by 4, which is 10. So I'm going to put that 10 inches right here, and for this, I'm going to add just a 1/2 inch seam allowance because my fabric is a bit stretchy. I'm going to connect those 3 points. Just fix the ruler so that it's passing through the 3 of the points. That's for the front, for the back. Next measurement that I'm going to take will be my shoulder to my full length of my top, and when I say full length, I mean where my peplum will start. So that's 16 inches, and then I'm going to add 1 inch for seam allowance, and that will be to attach the shoulder seams as well as attach the peplum to the top. So let me put that same measurement right here so that I can have a straight line. This peplum is going to begin from where my natural waist is. So I'm going to take that measurement, and that's 33 divided by 4 is 10.25. So that's right here. That's the smallest part of my body. I want to accentuate that, so I'm not going to add any seam allowance. The only thing left for us to do is now connect the points. With a slight curve. Why does that look like that? Oh, what did I tell you? It was my waist. Oh, my waist is 8.25. I'm like, why does that look so big? I don't know where I get 10 from. Let's draw those lines again. So we're going to ignore that. And now that we have our front, we can now cut that out. I'm going to cut the back out again because I want to have the front and the back separate. I'm going to pin this down so that I can cut my back and my front separate. You can now label it. So this will be the front peplum top, and this is the fold. So you're going to cut one on fold, and then you're going to actually cut out the front by the neckline as well as by the armhole. Okay, so this is the front, and now I'm going to label the back. So this will be back peplum top, and you're going to cut one on fold. This is the fold. So F-O-L-D. Okay, so now that we have our front and back, we just need our sleeves and our actual peplum. Let me do the sleeves first. Create your starting line, and then you're going to take your cap height. To use 3 inches today. Draw a straight line. I'm going to do a short sleeve because it's hot. It's summer, it's hot. But if you want to do a longer sleeve, just carry it straight down. So I'm going to do about 6 inches. And that's including my seam allowance, because the next thing that I'm going to do is take my armhole measurement. My armhole is 8 inches, and I'm going to add 1 inch, and then I'm going to, from that 8-inch mark, I'm going to take that line here. All I'm going to do is take get the midway point, which is now 8.5, and put a line right here, and then I'm going to create a S. So just like that. And then I'm going to take armhole, my arm sleeve. Okay, so that's 14 inches. So half of 14 is 7 inches, and then your 1/2 inch for seam allowance. I'm going to take my curve ruler and do a slight curve. And now you can cut out your sleeve. Our front is deeper than the back, so we're just going to shape out one side. Sleeve peplum top. We're going to cut 2. Now we're just going to shape our sleeve, because like I said, it's deeper than the back. Okay, so as you can see, that's our front and that's the back. So let's put two little notches there and one here. So back in front. Just one more thing to do, and if you are wondering what paper that I'm using for my patterns, when you go to the doctor's office and you go to get an examination and they put you on their bed, normally they will have one of these over the bed. So you can get this at any place that sells surgical supplies or hospital supplies, from those type of places. Fold your paper in half. So there are a few measurements that we need to take. One of those measurements will be our radius. And to get your radius, divide your waist by 3.14. So let's go to the calculator on my phone, because I cannot leave it up to my brain to figure this out. I'm a language teacher, not a math teacher. Okay, so my waist is 33. So 33 divided by 3.14, and that is 10.5. And what you are going to do is minus 0.5, that's a ½ inch, and then you will get 10 flat. Okay, notice this is the folded part. I'm going to take my measuring tape and I'm going to measure down that 10, and I'm going to keep swiveling until I get all around that same 10. Make sure you have your, I hope you all could see, make sure you have your measuring tape at the tip, just like how you see me have it. And then I'm going to keep going around that 10 inches. Okay, and now all you have to do is just connect the points. A curved ruler probably would have been better, but just gonna live life dangerously. Live a little. All right, so good. Now, the next thing that you need to determine is how long you want your peplum to be. I will make my peplum 10 inches. So you're going to come from here and you're going to measure your 10 inches. And you're going to do that all around until you get to the other side. Alright, so we made it to the other side, and so now all you have to do is connect the points. Label it. So this is peplum top, and you're going to just cut one on fold, and obviously this is your fold line right here. So FOLD. Now we can cut it out. So that is it. And see, now we have a peplum. So it would be like that, a peplum for your blouse. Okay, so now that the hard part is over, the easy part begins. The good part about it is now you have a pattern, so you don't have to worry about doing that over again. You have drafted your very own peplum top. The only thing left for you to do is cut out your pieces and sew your pattern. If you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Come and join this family if you haven't done so already. I will see you in the next video where I will teach you how to sew your very own peplum top. Be blessed. Bye.